for my final project, I decided to do social emotional learning in the classroom. I decided to talk about SEL in the classroom because for the past 3 years, I have been working at a behavioral school where students experience extreme behaviors or emotions, and SEL has been a huge part of our daily routine and curriculum, and it has been very helpful to our students, the staff involved, and their families. So, as we know, mental health plays a huge role in our students' education and their ability to be successful. So, teaching SEL gives them a variety of tools that they need to cope with certain emotions or behaviors to better their education. Um, SEL gives students a way to improve a variety of their skills, such as social skills, coping skills, behavior management, aggression, and emotional identification. And SEL also benefits our students who have special needs or behavioral and emotional disabilities, like I mentioned. There are a variety of ways to implement SEL into the classroom, but before teachers can do so, they need to understand SEL and the ways to teach it. So they can do this by participating in any available professional development courses or trainings that are offered through their school. There's also a lot of resources online for SEL, such as Castle or the Spot My Feelings curriculum, which I'll talk about later on. Um, Finding what works best for your students is very important when teaching SEL because SEL should not just be a mass generated curriculum. It should be more student centered and tailored to your students specifically. Otherwise, it won't show the best results. Practicing SEL skills daily using a variety of activities such as role playing or modeling can be very beneficial. And having meaningful conversations with your students and encouraging them to do the same with their peers is a great way of implementing SEL into the classroom. Um, a big part of SEL is the social aspect, so encouraging your students to use their social skills is very helpful. Students with disabilities, like I mentioned, benefit a lot from SEL. So again, emotional or behavioral disabilities. Um, when teachers show support for SEL in the classroom, it will increase acceptable behavior, respect, and promote inclusion for their students with disabilities. It teaches them how to function successfully and appropriately within society, in school, in their daily lives. And it's a valuable tool for students with disabilities since typically students with disabilities show more extreme emotion or behavior or have extreme reactions to certain things. SEL can give them a lot of different coping strategies or tools to use when they are feeling like they can't control their emotions or any aggressive behavior that they may show. Um, it teaches students how to form better relationships and make connections with their peers since a large part of SEL is the social aspect. So encouraging them to use those social skills will allow them to form deeper connections. And it just gives them an opportunity to share experiences, to feel heard and understood. The overall impact that it has on students is that it benefits both the mental health and academic achievement of our students. It helps with anxiety and depression, and it shows students that it's normal and healthy to feel and express emotions of any kind, which I think is very important, especially with younger kids, because they typically don't know how to show their emotions in appropriate ways. So giving them these tools will help them do so. Um, SEL gives students a lot of confidence and motivation to learn since they are finding different ways of being comfortable with themselves and their feelings and how to express themselves and feelings. Um, when SEL is implemented in the beginning of the school year, aggressive behavior has been shown to decrease by the end of the school year as well. So as for my curriculum, I am doing a 12-week curriculum for students in early education. I'm focusing more on kindergarten since that is what I currently teach. And it's also very beneficial to start SEL in the younger years because it will break any unhealthy habits regarding aggression, depression, anxiety, rather than having to play catch up when they are older. Um, my curriculum focuses on the 5 main areas of SEL, which are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. I also include the Spot Your Feelings curriculum. So the Spot Your Feelings curriculum is an SEL curriculum for really any age, but it's used typically in the primary grades. It just comes with a variety of resources for SEL. It comes with hands-on materials, activity books, anything that you can need for your class to implement SEL. Um, the main goal of my curriculum is to get students to understand why SEL is so important and to just be more in touch with themselves, their feelings and emotions, and to understand the feelings and emotions of those around them. The, teaching this curriculum will enhance the overall morale of both the school and the community, and engaging students in SEL will help to better support the parents, as they will feel a sense of comfort knowing that their child is learning helpful tools and strategies to work through any challenges that they may face in school or just in their regular life. So these are the 5 stages of SEL that I talked about that I focus a lot of my project on. Each stage I gave 2 weeks for, because I think 2 weeks is a good amount of time for students to really understand the topic and get to practice the skills that go along with each topic. So then the final 2 weeks of my project will be their final project, and that will be a community project that includes their families. Um, Students can choose any topic or idea that they want, as long as it consists of helping a community member, a location in their community, or a community event. The goal is for students to use what they've learned to help others in their community while including and teaching their family along the way. I think that when students are young, they get excited to show their families what they've learned in school, and SEL is a great thing to show their families what they've learned. As for assessment and evaluation, I'll be assessing students before, during, and after the unit. So beforehand, I'll just assess their basic knowledge of SEL, which would most likely be emotional intelligence, just being aware of their own emotions and how to identify those within themselves and the way certain emotions make them feel. During the unit, students will be assessed through the activities that are practiced in the curriculum. And after the unit, students will be assessed based on their final project and their ability to use their knowledge throughout what they've learned for the remainder of the school year and for their project. I also would like to use a traveling journal that goes back and forth from home to school, because I think it's a great way to include their families in what they learn, and for me to be kept up to speed on how they're progressing at home using these strategies and tools that have been taught to them throughout the curriculum. Basically, SEL should not only be brought into a student's life when they are experiencing a challenge. It should be introduced early on so that students are shown a safe, healthy, and appropriate way of coping with any challenge or struggle that they may face in school, at home, or just every day. The curriculum will help students master specific skills and practice them all throughout the unit. The unit will enhance students' SEL skills and willingness to use the tools that they've learned from the unit to motivate them to continue learning throughout the school. Like I mentioned earlier, I think that SEL and academics are very connected. So it's important that students are able to use these skills to get them through their academics too. The combination of school and mental health is very important and should go hand in hand in order to give students the tools that they need to be successful in and out of the classroom. And these are my references, and that is it.